welcome back to Stagey Bookish. My name is Olivia. How are you today? Thank you for coming to visit me on this particular post, talking about my February reading plans. So we're going to be talking TBRs as well as some readathons. But also thank you for coming to this video because it's my birthday. 35 years young today. So thank you for coming to say hi. Yeah. It's weird. 35 is like a monumental age, but I digress. So we are here to talk about my February reading plans. Like I said, got some readathons, got some bit of TBR, bit of readathons, I've read one book already. I've started on a second, so we can talk about those as well. But yeah, let's just get into it. These are my February So first up, let's talk about the books the one book I've already read and the one book that I am currently in the middle of. So the first book I've already read was passed to me as an art copy, not from a publisher but from a friend, and was Revelry by Ryan Lasala. I have been hearing so much about this that, you know, that people said it's confusing, it's bonkers, but then there's a drag queen villain and there's a main character who has magical powers and it manifests in rainbows and glitter, and I was like, oh my god. I need to at least look at this and find out what the hell of this is. And I'm glad I did. If you asked me to tell you more than that, spoiler alert, if you asked me to tell you more than what I've just told you about the story, I think I'd struggle, but man, it's a ride. I really spoiler! Really good. Highly recommended. You need to give it time though, you need to give it time. And the second book that I am currently reading, I'm actually listening to the audio book at the moment for, is a new one. I think it was released at the end of January, called Don't Read the Comments by Eric Smith, where you have got two main characters, both are people of colour. And it's all centred around kind of a gaming world where the girl is kind of really celebrity, she does streaming, and she's, you know, she gets sponsors and she's kind of, you know, that side. And you get a guy who's new to it and all he wants to do is design computer games, and you have them kind of in the game kind of forming a relationship, but then you have them outside of the game with their own issues. So for example, the guy's mom is desperate for him to be a doctor. He doesn't want to be a doctor, he wants to do video games. She's got a kind of her own issues going on, looking after her mom, single mom I think. Single mom, trying to make sure, you know, mom's, you know, going to school and living her dreams. But as with all online gaming, trolls are involved in people who, you know, kind of being really nasty, and it actually starts happening to the female character, and then I think, this is an assumption because I'm only about 4 chapters in, it starts happening to, I think, both of them in real life as well. So I'm really intrigued by this. I actually saw this as a promotion on, Naya's channel, Naya Reads and Smiles, who I adore, and someone else's channel who I can't think of right this second. So we'll come back to that. So I'm interested in that as well. I will say as well, my next book, once I finish Don't Read the Comments, I've started it, but I haven't kind of paid full attention to it just because work and life and adulting, is The Curses and Kisses by Sandy and Menon. This is the art copy. This is out on the, I believe, the 18th of February, certainly here in the UK, and I think in the US as well. This is Sandy Menon's first venture into middle grade, and it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling for a middle grade audience. I've started reading it, I'm really intrigued by it, but as I am very blessed to be part of Sandy's street team, big up Sandy's sweethearts, we're going to be making some special videos about this in February, so that's one to look out for. There's some general bits and pieces. I've got tons of arcs to read in February, like I always have. Have I got enough time to read them all? No, but I will do my best and I will tell you all about them, be they here or over on my Instagram channel, which is at Stagey Bookish, or lowercase. Please come and see me over there. I'll leave the link below. Next up, I want to mention that I am going to be taking part in the Contemporary-A-Thon again this time, hosted by the sensational darlings of Chelsea, of Julie, and of Natasha. I will link their announcement videos down below. I love all these three. I did the Contemporary-A-Thon for the first time last summer, which I vlogged. That was an experience. And I did the weekend version, which they did, was it October, November time? I did that as well. Now, this one's going to be a bit different for me because I am actually going to be at work. It's from the 10th, yeah, 10th to the 17th, I believe it is. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, I'll leave the correct details down below. 10th till the 17th. I'm actually going to be at work this time, so for the majority of the week. So it's going to be a bit different for me. And because of being at work, I'm not going to be able to vlog as much. So I'm actually going to put my Contemporary-A-Thon week on my Instagram page. That's another reason for you to go and give it a follow. But as always with Contemporary-A-Thons, there are 7 challenges, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 challenges, which I am going to try my best to read 7 books in a week. I don't know what came over me when I made that decision, but these are the books and the challenges that I am going to certainly have a good damn go at. And actually, they're all backlist titles. They're all titles that have previously been released 2019 and before. Always just as valid as new titles, but here we go. So the first challenge is to read a book with green on the cover, and I am going to be reading Well Met by Jen DeLuca. This is a very precious romance that came out, I think it was September last year, September 2019, and all I know is that it's about 2 people who work at a Renaissance fair, and then when they're at the Renaissance fair, they're all really flirty and really cute, and like, but then when they're outside the Renaissance fair, they hate each other. So I think it's enemies to lovers. This could also count for one of the other challenges, which I'll come back to later. So if I need to double up, I can double up. Next up, we are going to go for a new to you author. Now I've got 2 choices for this, and forgive me, my copies aren't to hand, and I've got a blank on the names of the authors for these. So new to you author is both the case. So I'm either going to be reading The Downstairs Girl, which I think is by Stacey Lee. If I'm wrong, the cover's here, which strikes me as very kind of dancing happy with a bit of sass, so I'm all for that. Or I'm going to be reading one that this cover is beautiful, Ziggy, Stardust and Me. Not Ziggy, Stardust and Me. I can't remember the author's name, but that's it. Again, that's one that's intrigued me. It's been sitting here for a while, so I'm really intrigued to get to that one. Challenge 3, a diverse contemporary. I'm not sure how much the content is diverse, but I know I've read from this author before and they've had a lot of diversity in their writing. It's a British author called Anjali Rauf. Her book The Boy in the Back of the Class, or Boy at the Back of the Class, won so many awards. Was it last year or 2018? But it was just beautiful and it was just stunning. Her new release is what I'm going to be reading, The Star Outside My Window. I literally know nothing about the plot of this. I picked this up because it was her writing and I thought her first one was so beautiful and so wonderfully written. So hopefully, I think that should be good for my diverse contemporary. Next one, a backlist title. Now, I know this is the Contemporary-A-Thon. And this technically can't count for the Contemporary-A-Thon, but I'm going to leave it here for now. Because what I might do is use some of the titles that I have on Double Up elsewhere. Bear with me when you'll see this, because I've written down, and I've just looked at this now and gone, why the hell did I write that down? That's not contemporary. Because what I've actually written down is The Diviners by Libba Bray. That's not contemporary. So I have no idea why I wrote that down. I am desperate to read it, and that is on my January reading. What is life, YouTube? What is life? My February reading plans. So I will come back to the backlist title, maybe Downstairs Girl, Ziggy, Stardust, the one I don't read there could be the backlist title. That might work. Let's move on. A dark or hard-hitting contemporary. I'm going to read Love from A to Z by S.K.R. Lee. I know the male main character in this has cystic fibrosis, I believe. I know there's a lot of issues kind of from the different cultural backgrounds of the 2 young protagonists. So I'm really, really interested to read this. So many people had this on their best of 2019 list. So I'm really, really intrigued to read this. For an illustrated cover, I could use Well Met if I need to double up, but then I've also got the novelisation of Broadway musical The Prom, which is by Sandra Mitchell. 2 girls falling in love and sod everybody else who wants to do it. So that, and also that's very tiny. So that could be a backup as well. Last challenge, we have to look at a booktuber fave. So you have to choose a contemporary that is beloved by a creator, a member of the community, and shout them out as part of your TBR. For this one, this is, again, another new release from January. I am going to shout out the gorgeous, the amazing, the sassy, fantastic queen, that is Chelsea Dolling Reads. And in that, because of that, I am going to read one of her recommendations. This was the one on her best of 2019, but it didn't get released till 2020 because she read The Ark. So for Chelsea Dolling Reads, love you, girl. I'm going to read Tweet Cute. And what I've gathered from this is that you've got a boy and a girl whose parents run some kind of companies, and the kids, you know, of the parents who run it, they run the social media accounts. They get into a bit of banter online, and they don't realise who they are in real life. Giving me vibes of elements of don't read the comments, so I don't know with that. But this also could go for illustrated cover as well. But I have to shout out my queen, Chelsea Dolly Reads. I love her, I adore her. If you do not subscribe to her channel, please go and sort yourself out and do this, because this girl is goddess, and her content is chef's kiss every time. Okay, so that is for ContemporaryAThon. Like I said, I'll leave all the details down below. I'm not going to read the diviners for Contemporary. Olivia, what are you thinking? Maybe what I was thinking is that there is another readathon running in February that I'm going to maybe be a part of, which is the Tome Topple. And this is run by Sam at Thoughts on Tome. I'll leave it below and all the details to the readathon. And essentially the aim is to read a book that's over 500 pages or over. That's literally what it is for Tome Topple. Any books that are over 500 pages. So them chunky mothers that sit on your shelves and you don't want to read because, man, they're huge. What I might do, and I think maybe why I wrote the diviners down for my ContemporaryAthon, is that I really want to kind of binge the diviners series. And I know some of them books are over 500 pages, so maybe that's what I thought for that. If not, we'll see how we go. But there will be lots of updates on my Instagram, which is at Stagey Bookish, and then obviously we'll get to wrap-ups, and they will be posted here on my lovely channel. So many more books I want to read this month. It's like there are so many good books right now, and I don't know where to start because I've got all the awesome books. I've been very blessed with some really awesome ARC approvals recently as well, including the amazing, I'm so excited about this. One of my most anticipated books of the year is Janella Angelis's Where Dreams Descend. That's not out till June, but your girl has an ARC copy of it. Yes, I damn well do. So again, lots of arcs to get to as well, so I'll keep you posted on those. Also really intrigued, another arc I've got to pick up for a bit of a different storyline. It's Not So Pure and Simple by Lamar Giles. Toxic masculinity, I think it covers. But again, loads to read, loads to share, loads to get involved with, and it will be great to see you there. Let me know what you think of my choices. Do you have any recommendations maybe for ContemporaryAthon? So I can not do the diviners for ContemporaryAthon because I don't know what brain fuzz I was having there. Give me some recommendations. Tome Topple. Have you read the diviners? King of Crows came out yesterday. Have you read it? Have you read it yet? Is it worth it? Got it reading at the book club at school, and I'm just fascinated to pick it up. Leave me all the comments down below. Let me know what you think of these reading plans. It's always a joy to see you, YouTube. Thank you for spending just over 10 minutes of my 30th birthday with me. It is much appreciated. My name is Olivia. This has been Stagey Bookish, and I will see you amazing folk on the next video. Bye! Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.